The internet has transformed our lives in many good ways. Unfortunately, this vast network and its associated technologies also have brought in their wake the increasing number of security threats. Learning objectives of Module 6 discuss the definition of a computer security, list the most harmful types of computer security, explain the CIAT triad, which is the main concern of computer security, and determine the threats of computer security of computers, specifically which hardware, users, and data. What is computer security and threats? Computer security basically is the preparation of computer system and information from harm, theft, and unauthorized use. It is basically a process of preventing and detecting unauthorized use of your computer system. As of computer threat is a malicious act that can harm a computer system or application by stealing data, disrupting the system, or causing other damages. One way to ascertain the similarities and differences among computer security. Information security is securing information from unauthorized access, modification, and deletions. Application security is securing an application by building security features to prevent from cyber threats such as SQL injections, DOS attacks, data breaches, and etc. Computer security means by securing a standalone machine by keeping it updated and patched. Network security is securing both the software and hardware technologies. Cybersecurity is defined as protecting computer systems which communicate over the computer networks.
What are the difference of computer security and computer security threats? Computer security can be defined as controls that are put in place to provide confidentiality, integrity, and availability for all components of computer system. Let's elaborate the definition of computer security. Computer security involves safeguarding computer systems and information from harm, theft, and authorized use. Computer security threats are possible dangers that can possibly hamper the normal functioning of your computer. In the present age, cyber threats are constantly increasing as the world is going digital. To expand our knowledge about the computer security threats, let's talk about the most harmful types of security. We have here viruses. A computer virus is a malicious program which is loaded into the user's computer without user's knowledge. Computer worm. A computer worm is a software program that can copy itself from one computer to another without human interaction. Phishing. Disguising as a trustworthy person or business, phishing attempt to steal sensitive financial or personal information through fraudulent email or instant messages. Botnet. A botnet is a group of computers connected to the internet that have been compromised by a hacker using a computer virus. Rootkit. A rootkit is a computer program designed to provide continued privileged access to a computer while actively hiding its presence. Keylogger, also known as keystroke logger. Keyloggers can track the real-time activity of a user on his computer. These are perhaps the most common security threats that you'll come across. Apart from this, there are other like spywares, wabbits, scareware, blue snarfing, and many more. Fortunately, there are ways to protect yourself against these attacks. Important terms used in computer security. Vulnerability is a weakness which allows an attacker to reduce a system's information assurance. Vulnerability is the intersection of three elements: a system susceptibility or flaw, attacker's access to the flaw, and attacker capability to exploit the flaw. Weakness in a system that allows an attacker to exploit it, requiring a flaw, attacker access, and capability. Vulnerability managed involves identifying, classifying, remediating, and mitigating vulnerabilities. Backdoors. A backdoor in a computer system is a method of bypassing normal authentication securing remote access to computer, obtaining access to plain text, and so on, while attempting to remain undetected. Method of bypassing normal authentication to gain unauthorized access to a computer system while remaining undetected. Often installed programs or modification to existing software or hardware. Denial of service attack. Unlike other exploits, denials of service attacks are not used to gain unauthorized access or control of a system. They are instead designed to render it unusable. Attacks can deny service to individual victims, such as by deliberately entering a wrong password enough consecutive times to cause the victim account to be locked. Or they may overload the capabilities of a machine or network and block all users at once. Designed to render a system unusable by overwhelming it with traffic, such as flooding it with network requests. Distributed denial of service attacks use a large number of compromised hosts to exhaust resources. Direct access attacks. An unauthorized user gaining physical access to a computer or part thereof can perform many functions. Install different types of devices to compromise security, including operating system modifications, software worms, keyloggers, and covert listening devices. Unauthorized physical access to a computer to compromise security by installing malicious devices, software modifications, or stealing data. Encrypting storage media and storing keys separately can help prevent these attacks. Eavesdropping. Eavesdropping is the act of surreptitiously listening to a private conversation, typically between hosts on a network. For instance, programs such as Carnivore and Narus Insight have been used by the FBI and NSA to eavesdrop on the systems of internet service providers. Listening to a private conversations between network hosts surreptitiously, often done using a specialized program like Carnivore and Narus Insight. Spoofing. Spoofing of user identity describes a situation in which one person or program successfully masquerades as another of falsifying data and thereby gaining an illegitimate advantage. Falsifying data to masquerade as another user or program, gaining an illegitimate advantage by impersonating someone else. Tampering. Tampering describes an intentional modification of products in a way that would make them harmful to the consumer. Intentionally modifying products to make them harmful to consumers, posing a threat to the integrity and safety of the product. Repudiation describes a situation where the authenticity of a signature is being challenged. Challenging the authenticity of a signature, leading to disputes over the validity of actions or transactions. Information disclosure. Information disclosure, privacy breach or data leak, describes a situation where information thought as secure is released in an untrusted environment. Releasing secure information in an untrusted environment, compromising privacy and confidentiality. Exploits. An exploit is a piece of software, a chunk of data, or a sequence of commands that takes advantage of a software bug or glitch in order to cause unintended or unanticipated behavior to occur on a computer, software, hardware, or something electronic, usually computerized. Attempt to gain elevated privilege or access to restricted resources, seeking unauthorized authority or control. Indirect attacks. An indirect attack is an attack launched by a third-party computer by using someone else's computer to launch an attack. It becomes far more difficult to track down the actual attacker. There have also been cases where attackers took advantage of public anonymizing systems, such as the Tor Onion router system. Attackers launch by a third-party computer, making it challenging to trace the actual attacker. Often, utilizing public anonymizing systems like Tor. Computer crime. Computer crime refers to any crime that involves a computer and a network.
Top 10 Cybercrime Prevention Tips. Before we start, what is cybercrime prevention? Cybercrime prevention refers to the strategies, practices, and technologies used to protect individuals, organizations, and systems from online. Number 1. Use strong passwords. Use different user ID password combination for different accounts and avoid writing them down. Make the password more complicated by combining letters, numbers, special characters, minimum 10 characters in total, and change them on a regular basis. Create passwords that are at least 10 characters long and include a mix of uppercase letters, lowercase letters, numbers, and special characters to enhance security. Number 2. Secure your computer. Activate firewall. Firewalls are the first line of cyber defense. They block connections to unknown or bogus sites and will keep out some types of viruses and hackers. By blocking connections to unknown or malicious websites, firewalls helps prevent unauthorized access certain types of viruses and hacking attempts. Use antivirus. Malware software. Prevent viruses from infecting your computer by installing and regularly updating antivirus software. Antivirus and anti-malware program protect your computer from malicious software that can cause harm or steal information. Block spyware attacks. Prevents spyware from infiltrating your computer by installing and updating anti-spyware software. Spyware is a type of malware that secretly monitors and collects user information. It can steal sensitive data, track online behavior, or even take control of your computer. Number 3. Be social media savvy. Make sure your social networking profiles, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, MSN, etc. are set to private. Ensuring that your social media profile are set to private limits access to your personal information and posts. This means that only people you approve as friends or followers can see your content. Number 4. Secure your mobile device. Be aware that your mobile device is vulnerable to viruses and hackers. Download applications from trusted sources. Mobile devices like computers are susceptible to viruses, malware, and hacking attempts. Understanding this risk is the step to protecting your device. Number 5. Install the latest operating system updates. Keep your application and operating system, Windows, Mac, Linux, current with the latest system updates. Turn on automatic updates to prevent potential attack on other software. Regularly updating your operating system and applications ensures that you have the latest security patch which fix vulnerabilities that could be exploited by cybercriminals. Number 6. Protect your data. Use encryption for your most sensitive files, such as tax returns or financial records. Make regular backups of all your important data and store it in another location. Encrypt sensitive files such as tax returns, financial records, or any other critical documents. Encryption ensures that even if these files are accessed by unauthorized individuals, they cannot be read without the proper decryption key. Wi-Fi wireless networks at home are vulnerable to intrusion if they are not properly secured. Review and modify default settings. Public wire, aka hotspot, are also vulnerable. Avoid conducting financial or corporate transaction on this network. Home Wi-Fi networks can be vulnerable to intrusion if not properly secured. Hackers can potentially access your network, steal data, or ever use your internet connection for malicious activities. Number 8. Protect your e-identity. Be cautious when giving out personal information such as your name, address, phone number, or financial information on the internet. Sharing personal information like your name, address, phone number, or financial details on the internet can make you vulnerable to identity theft, fraud, and other cybercrimes. Number 9. Avoid being scammed. Always think before you click on a link or file of unknown origin. Don't feel pressured by any email. Check the source of the message. When in doubt, verify the source. Always pause and assess the situations before clicking on any link or opening a file, especially if it comes from an unfamiliar source. If something seems off, it probably is. Number 10. Call the right person for help. Don't panic. If you are a victim, you are encounter illegal internet content, child exploitation, or if you suspect a computer crime, sex identity theft, or a commercial scam, report this to your local police. By reporting cybercrimes and suspicious activities to the proper authorities, you can help prevent further damage and contribute to the enforcement of online safety and justice.
Basic security concept of computer. Components of computer system. Hardware refers to the physical parts of the computer, including the keyboard, monitor, mouse, and internal components like the RAM, CPU, and hard drive. Firmware is a type of software embedded within hardware devices, providing instructions for their basic operations. Software. It includes operating systems, applications, and programs, enabling users to perform various tasks and interact with the computer system. The SIA Triad. Confidentiality ensures that sensitive information is accessed only by authorized individuals, protecting it from unauthorized disclosure. Integrity guarantees that data remains accurate and unaltered, preventing unauthorized modifications or corruption. Availability is ensures that authorized users can access the information they need when they need it without interruption. Confidentiality is the principle of keeping information private and restricting access to only authorized individuals. It involves establishing rules or agreements that limit the disclosure of sensitive information, ensuring that it is only shared with those who have a legitimate need to know. Tools for handling confidentiality. Physical access restrictions like locked doors, security cameras, and access badges limit unauthorized entry to sensitive areas and prevent theft of physical devices. Computer theft precautions, such as alarms, tracking software, and secure storage deter theft and provide a means of recovery. Access control in computer systems through user authentication, authorization, and role-based access control restricts access to specific data and resources. Encryption in communication and storage transforms data into encryption in communication and storage transforms data into an unreadable format, safeguarding it even if intercepted. Bug-free programs. An ideal, it crucial to implement robust security practices, regular software updates, and vulnerability scanning to minimize risks associated with software vulnerabilities. 6. Law concerning data privacy. GDPR and HIPAA establish legal frameworks for handling sensitive information, protecting individuals' rights, and enforcing penalties from breaches. Integrity. In information security, integrity guarantees that data remains accurate and unaltered, preventing unauthorized modifications or corruption. Tools for integrity. Physical access control. Locked doors and security cameras prevent unauthorized physical access to data storage devices. 2. Computer-based access control. Mechanisms like user authentication and authorizations restrict access to sensitive data based on user permissions. Number 3. Checksums are mathematical values calculated from data that can detect accidental changes caused by transmission errors or storage noise. Number 4. Protecting against intentional changes requires stronger or cryptographic tools like digital signatures and hash functions, which provide a tamper-proof verification of data authenticity. Number 5. Backups are used to restore data if unauthorized changes are noticed. Serve as a safety net, allowing for data restoration in case unauthorized changes are detected. Availability. It encompasses the reliability and responsiveness of systems, ensuring that data and services are readily available for use. Tools for availability. 1. Protection against physical threats and attacks is a paramount, encompassing measures like security personnel, access control systems, surveillance cameras, and physical barriers to deter unauthorized access and prevent sabotage. 2. Uninterruptible power supplies or UPS provide backups power in the event of power outage, ensuring critical systems remain operational and preventing data loss. Number 3. Fire precautions such as fire alarms, sprinkler systems, fire extinguishers, and fire-resistant materials minimize the risk of fire damage and ensure the safety of personnel and equipment. Number 4. Flooding precautions like flood barriers, drainage systems, and water-resistant materials safeguard against water damage, protecting valuable equipment and data. Number 5. Temperature and humidity and control. Systems maintain optimal environmental conditions for sensitive equipment, preventing overheating, condensation, and other issues that can lead to system failure. Number 6. Storm-resistant buildings with reinforced structures secure windows, and robust roofing withstand severe weather events, ensuring the physical integrity of the facility and protecting its contents. Number 7. Hindering secondary damage from data integrity attacks. Achieved by implementing robust security measures like data encryption, access controls, and interaction detection systems to prevent unauthorized modification and limit the impact of successful attacks. Number 8. Backups, and backups are essential for data recovery, ensuring data can be restored in case of accidental deletion, hardware failure, or malicious attacks. Number 9. Countermeasures against systems overload, reducing in server farms or disks to distribute workload and prevent single points of failure. Equipment that can detect and counter DOS attacks to mitigate denial of service attempts. Number 10. Countermeasures against system crashing. Check all user input from out-of-bounds values to prevent errors caused by invalid data. Switching off unused services and functions, and of course follow and install supplier updates and patches to address vulnerabilities and improve system stability.
Threats to hardware and user data. Hardware problems are all too common. We all know that when a PC or disk gets old, it might start acting erratically and damage some data before it totally dies. Unfortunately, hardware errors frequently damage data on even young PCs, and here are some examples. Power faults. Other power problems of a similar nature would include brownouts, voltage spikes, and frequently shifts. All can cause data problems, particularly if they occur when data is being written to disk. Data in memory generally does not get corrupted by power problems. It just gets erased if the problems are serious enough. Ang issue ng power fault is like brownouts, voltage spike, and frequently shifts can read data, lalo na sa panahon ng pagsusulat ng disk. And number 1, brownouts. Other power problems of a similar nature would include brownouts, voltage spikes, and frequency shifts. All can cause data problems, particularly if they occur when data is being written to disk. Data in memory generally does not get corrupted by power problems. It just gets erased if the problems are serious enough. Parehas din sila ng issue sa power faults at brownouts. Parehas din sila lang may issue na pwede pa kasira ng data, at ang mga issue ng brownouts just like pagtaas ng voltage at mga pagbabago na maaring makagambala sa integridad ng data. And number 2, voltage spikes. Temporary voltage increases are fairly common. Large motors or circuit breakers in industry can put them on the electrical line. Sudden losses, e.g. driver hits a power pole, can causes spikes as the circuits balance. Ang voltage spikes naman ay ang pansamantalang pagtaas ng voltage na maaaring makapinsala sa hardware by causing damage or mang factor maaari ding makaras ng user na pagkawala ng data. And number 3, frequency shift. While infrequent if the line frequency varies from the normal 60 Hz or 50 Hz in some countries. The power supply on the computer can be affected, and this in turn can reflect back into the computer causing data loss. Ang pagkakaiba ng 60 at 50 Hz can disrupt a computer power supply, potentially damaging hardware, leading the data loss.
As computer age, they tend to fail more often. Electronic components are stressed over time as they heat up and cool down. Mechanical components simply wear out. Some of these failure will be dramatic, sometimes will just stop working. As computer age, they often fail more frequently. Over time, electronic parts get stressed from heating and cooling while mechanical parts simply wear out. This can lead to a sudden or gradual breakdowns. Incompatibilities. You can have hardware problems on a perfectly healthy PC if you have devices installed that do not properly share interrupts. Incompatibilities can cause hardware problems on a fully functioning PCs if devices don't share interrupts properly. This means that conflicting devices can interfere with each other, leading to error or malfunctions. Finger faults. Finger fault problem arises with touchpads below the space bar or notebook computers. It's very easy to brush the touchpad when you are typing away and suddenly find yourself entering characters in a screen location very different from where you were before you touched the pad. Finger faults happen when you accidentally touch the touchpad on a notebook computer while typing, causing the cursor to jump around the screen and interrupt your typing. Malicious or careless damage. Someone may accidentally or deliberately delete or change a file in your PC while you're not around. If you don't keep your PC locked in a safe, then this is a risk. Who knows what was changed or deleted? Wouldn't it be nice to know if anything changed over the weekend? Most of this type of damage is done unintentionally by someone you probably know. Have you ever left your computer unattended, only to wonder later if anything was changed or deleted? This is what we call malicious or careless damage. Typhoid Mary. One possible source for computer infections is the customer engineer CE or repairman. When a CE comes for a service call, they will almost always run a diagnostic program from this kit. It's very easy for these kits to become infected and spread the infection to your computer. Sales representatives showing demonstration via floppy disk are also possible spreading viruses. Have you ever thought that your computer could get infected just by someone trying to fix it? This can happen when a customer engineer or repairman runs diagnostic programs from these kits that might be infected, unknowingly spreading virus to your system.
Magnetic zaps. One possible source for computer infection is the customer engineer, or we call it CE, or repairman. When a CE comes for a service call, they will always run a diagnostic program from a diskette. It is very easy for this diskette to become infected and spread the infection to your computer. Sales representatives showing demonstration via floppy disk are also possibly spreading viruses. The obvious threat would be to post a floppy disk to the refrigerator with a magnet, but there are many other, more subtle threats.
Computer monitor. Computer monitor is a strong magnetic field generated by older computer monitors can corrupt the data stored on nearby floppy disks. So it's important to keep floppy disks away from the monitor's vicinity. Telephone. Telephone is the older telephones, especially those with a ringing bell, produce a magnetic field when in use, which can potentially interfere with nearby electronic devices. Bottom desk drawer is the vacuum cleaner used by maintenance personnel to clean under the desk. Can generate a magnetic field that may potentially affect any electronic devices stored in bottom desk drawer. Bottom bookcase, shelf and file cabinet drawer. This is where I store items that are rarely used but essential to keep. Pets. Pets can create static electricity that if is discharged onto a disk could damage the files. Bottom line. Bottom line is the proactive data backups and regular verification of data integrity are the best safeguards against data loss. As recovery tools may not always be able to fully restore all files and disk problems, and relying solely them leaves you vulnerably to a potential data loss.